Self-care can take many forms, and it can mean a lot of different things for different people. There are actually 5 important types of self-care that we're going to discuss tonight. So first is going to be physical self-care. And physical self-care are the activities that you do to improve your physical health. Sometimes this category of self-care is referred to the basics of self-care because it includes things like cooking healthy meals, exercise, resting, going to your preventative medical appointments, drinking plenty of water. So you are taking care of yourself physically. Physical self-care is the foundation to all self-care, right? If we are not taking care of ourselves physically, it's going to be harder on ourselves to achieve the other self-care, right? So we need to be taking care of ourselves physically to get the most out of all the other areas of life. How are you currently practicing physical self-care? What are you doing for your physical self-care? The second type of self-care is emotional self-care. And emotional self-care are the activities that help you connect, reflect, and process your emotions in a healthy way. When we practice emotional self-care, we are better able to handle difficult feelings when they come up. So emotional self-care has been proven to be very important. And emotional self-care activities is going to be number 1, is expressing your feelings through creativity. So do an activity where you use your creativity. Maybe it's creating art, journaling, singing, playing an instrument, photography, graphic design. The list is endless. There's many options that you can do to express your creativity. The trick is just to find something that you enjoy. Number 2 is to participate in hobbies. Everyone needs a good hobby, and when we participate in hobbies, we are able to put our emotions and process our emotions in a healthy way. So maybe it's gardening, woodworking, scrapbooking, whatever it may be for you. So participating in hobbies is a way. And a very important part of emotional self-care is talking about your feelings and problems. This is a very important part of emotional self-care. So find someone in your life who you trust that you can talk to about your problems and feelings. And if you currently don't have anyone in your life that you can talk to, I recommend to go seek someone out. There's a lot of support out there. You can join a support group, talk to a professional. So it's very important to talk about your feelings and your problems. And lastly is taking time off and taking breaks, which is a great way to stay emotionally healthy. When we are on a go, go, go all the time and we don't allow ourselves a break, that really can make us feel emotionally unhealthy and lead to us acting in unhealthy behaviors. So take some time off, take some breaks. That's a very important way to practice self-care. So our next type of self-care is social self-care. And social self-care are the activities that nurture our relationships with others. So humans are social beings and we thrive on interaction with people. So even you introverts, so everyone needs interaction with others. The problem is oftentimes our life gets busy and we cancel our plans with our friends or our family. However, it is very important to make time for social interaction. Just think about how good you feel after a good heart-to-heart with someone close to you. So social self-care activities are going to be things like spending time with loved ones, going out to dinner with friends, a romantic date, meeting new people. So those are all ways that you can practice social self-care. Our fourth type of self-care is spiritual self-care. And that is where you do activities that nurtures your spirits and allows you to think bigger than yourself. Spiritual self-care does not always have to mean religious, even though for some it is. It could also include things like spending time in nature, meditation, prayer, acts of kindness, doing a gratitude journal. So those are all ways that you can practice spiritual self-care. Our last type of self-care is mental self-care, and that is any activity that stimulates your mind and your intellect. So learning something new, reading a book, listening to a podcast, games, puzzles, museums, whatever it may be. That's going to be mental self-care when you are doing an activity to stimulate your mind and your intellect. So to review all the types of self-care we discussed, we have our physical self-care, which remember is the foundation to all self-care. And then we have emotional, social, spiritual, and mental self-care. These 5 types of self-care are very effective in improving health and well-being.